Let's take a look at Mileena, shall we? We did play her in the story mode, and I also played her combo trials, and I really liked them. And she seems strong and fun, and everybody's used her in tournament. So let's take a look at her now. She, of course, walks among the best of them. She's got one of the best walk speeds. And also her dash is pretty fine. It's a little bit short, but it's quick. Her jump is extremely versatile. I like the way that she stays vertical and tucks her legs up, rather than, like, floating or flipping. She kind of was reminding me of Street Fighter 4 Adon for some reason. And look at these people in the background. They're just, like, casually taking their order. These are like the gringos that come from America and start traveling to, like, they don't go to exotic places, they go to dangerous places. And they're like, well, and I'm American, I have US dollars, it should be fine. And then they get decapitated. Not that that's a good thing, but I'm just saying, it's what happens. Stand 1. Stand 1-2. So stand 1-2 is an automatic double hit. Stand 1-2 is an automatic double hit. It's mid overhead. And it's -5. That's extremely good. And then she has this throw follow-up. Can she do that on block? She can do that on block, and it's another overhead. It's a double overhead. Interesting. Can she blow that up? Can she blow that up with just doing her ordinary I got hit out of it. So I would need armor, but I can start it up. I would need armor, but I could start it up. I don't know what her armor move is. She has a bunch of specials, but you can interrupt the follow-up. Then I don't know why anybody would do the follow-up not on hit. Just assume that they're going to do 2-1. That's extremely good. Mid overhead -5. Extremely good. Forward 1. Forward 1 is another mid. I love these moves that start with mids. That's very good. What is it? Yeah, forward 1, 4-4. What's the deal? I can't get it to come out. I think Katana had a string I couldn't get it to come out either. If they have just frame strings, I'm not doing them. You have to dial it in. You can't hit confirm it. You have to dial it in. And you can't do forward 4. You can't do forward 1-4. You have to do forward 1-4-4. You have to do them both. So what is this? It's a mid that goes into what? It goes into, does it start with the low or end with the low? It looks like it ends with the low. Let's make her block. I'm tapping it a lot. -6. Yeah, I like that. Sure, why not? What is her... Give me an armor special. 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 No armor! Ooh, Mileena has no armor. Am I seeing this right? Am I seeing this right? Mileena has no armor. The Emperor has no clothes. Alright. Alright. 1-2 is very good, and forward 4... 1-2 is very good. Forward 1-4-4 is very good. But she has no armor, so I can't really test if these strings are real or not. If they're real or fake strings. Alright. I don't know if they're real or fake. But as my friend said, if you can touch them, they're real. Damn, her down 1 is -10. And see, when they say things like, Mileena's top tier! The same as they say Lee May is bottom tier, and then they don't look at the frame data? What's her forward 1? It's a 13 frame mid. I mean, it's like, okay, she's fast, she's got very safe strings mids. But I mean, look at it, no armor, -10 down 1, come on. Even from far away. From far away, it's almost like it gets more unsafe from far away. -10, -10, -10. Barely a -8 or a -9. -10 even from that close. Wow, wow. Well, I mean, there's got to be characters that have 10 frame moves that can hit. You can, I mean, if anybody has a down 3 or a down 4 that can combo off of, or maybe even a back 4, I guarantee there's a 10 or 11 frame back 4 somewhere in the game that's special comboable. What about Nitara's or a forward advancing low or something? Sub-Zero, who'd I look at today? I guarantee there's something. All right, -10 on a down 1. That's a shame. But she doesn't need it. Her standing 2 is a 10 frame high. I don't like that. That's kind of slow. That's kind of slow. 2-1. 2-1 is a mid. And it's -4. Why not just do 1-2 and it's an overhead and it's -5? Why do 2-1? I don't like that 2-1. I mean, you can hit if you're anxious and nervous to hit a new button, you can hit 2-1. It's not like I'd hold it against you. But 1-2. I mean, if you're worried 1-2 is going to whiff and you think 2-1's going to hit, 2-1 is good range. It's maybe on whiff then. Maybe it's a good whiff move. 2-1 is a good whiff move. You kind of like start the string on whiff, it forward advances forward. That's why I said it's forward advancing. Maybe if they whiff something, 2-1 could be a good punish. Better than 1-2 where you're stuck in place. And you're 1-2, you're committed to that double hit. So up close, 1-2 because it's faster. I mean, her standing 1 is still 7 frames. So 1-2 is godlike. And her forward 1... Yeah, forward 1, it's a mid. I like that. She's going to get a lot of accidental specials walking back and forth with all these back forward moves. 2-1. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, I guess. On whiff, it'll get you in. That's a good move to get you in. Okay, it's got a use. And then it has a throw extension, right? 2-1 throw extension. Kick him away. 2-1 throw extension. Okay, whatever. I'm not really interested in that, but that's fine. I mean, you can probably special cancel all this shit, so... You know? Like, and why would you need a throw extension across sides when you have a low roll to cross sides? That works. What about forward 1? Can you hit confirm that? Not really. So she has all these strings that can combo into her roll, so that's very good. Forward 2. What's forward 2? It's a high. And do my eyes deceive me, or does that say 18 and not 10? Forward 2 is an 18 frame high. Why do I care about this? Forward 2 4 is a low. That's -0. Okay. Forward 2 4. And then it goes into a mid. She doesn't have any armor, so I can't test the validity of these strings. Well, what would I question? 1-2, I don't know. 1-2, you might be able to armor through that. I'm so curious now. 2-1, probably not. Forward 1-4, you have to really dial it in. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? Forward 1 is the mid. Oh, because you have to hit it twice. That's what I'm doing wrong. That's what I'm doing wrong. You gotta double tap it. You gotta double tap it. You have to. You have to double tap it. Yeah, I wonder if you could armor through this stuff. We'll never know. Forward 2-4, I like. It's a low. Does that combo? Of course it does. And then forward 2-4 is a low that's safe. What about on block? Forward 2-4-2 is now +2 mid. You might be able to armor through that. You might be able to armor through that. So maybe don't finish it, but you still could if you want to. It's a mid that knocks back. I mean, you could, you know, you can hit confirm. You can hit confirm 4-2-4 into her roll. Wow, she's fucking good. Why would you want to do forward 2-4-2? On block? Why do it on block? It's a mid string and you're a +2 and it pushes them farther away. You can just do projectiles and stuff. Can you special cancel that? No. So the third mid hit's not special cancelable. Again, if you just get bored and you're obsessed with using new moves all the time. and you can double tap 3. It's a multiple low. I don't like that at all. Forward 2-4, 3-3 is this extended low string. It's not a mix-up off anything because... Does she have a special overhead that you're going to mix her up into? I like forward 2-4. That's good enough. And forward 2-4-2 is a mid that pushes back. Maybe this is a good combo ender. Forward 2-4-2, and it knocks them back, and you can set something up. You recover very fast. I don't know why you would need to do this. I mean, maybe it's just another... Maybe it's like a sweep knockdown ender. I don't know. Anybody poking with this would be looking for a low roll combo starter. So I don't know. But this, so forward 2-4-2, the mid is fine. The 3-3 or the double 3 low extension is shit. Don't ever do that because it's so unsafe. Down 2, 9 frames, -3, pretty good. What else does she have? Stand 3. Stand 3 is a weird high. I don't like that at all. 14 frames. It doesn't seem like it'd be a good anti-air. 3-2. Now that's an overhead. And it's safe. -3. So this is what we see people doing on a knockdown. They do 3-4. They get the overhead follow-up. It's -3. Makes them block low. You could mix that up with 1-2-2, 3-4. Yeah, I think for Okazemi, which means knockdown setup, you could do stand 3-4. They wouldn't really be able to duck the high. I mean, they could try and interrupt it on wake up. Let's see what she could do. She could do. So I'll knock down. How can I do it? Here's how I have to do it. I have to do it. Knock them down. Wait a minute. What's like a good knockdown? Why don't I do... Well, how can I knock them down? It's just a normal throw. It's a normal 3. I don't think I need the dash either. Alright, I'll do that. Back 4, 3, 4, and then I'll block low. Good enough. Can't even delayed waking up that. It's tough. Boy, you really have to plan a delayed wake up on time. And it can still blow up a delayed wake up. Alright. So that's not an option. Boy, you really have to hold it. It barely fucks it up. Punish. I mean, you might be able to get away with that the first time. So knock me down and then do it. I want to try doing... Because it's like you're going to get knocked down. You could just wake up with a down 1 if they don't time it very well. I mean, if you feel like you want to be brave and challenge them with that. So... Stand 3-4. Maybe not off a sweep, but maybe off of other knockdowns or combo enders, you can set up this kind of like guaranteed overhead to force them to block standing. You're only at -3. Other than a down 1 or a stand 1, what can they retaliate against? I don't know, that's confusing because if I do something like standing 3-4 and I'm at -3 and I keep swinging and I hit a stand 1, I mean, so could the opponent. You know, I could block it. She countered me. She's at -3. How is she countering me when she's at -3? I'm hitting 1. I have to really know where I'm coming out of block. See, like, and then I can get a full combo if she decides to continue, even after something that's -3. I could get a full combo that's off that. Unless she wants to do like they get this brazen and then do a crouch move and make my high retaliation whiff so that I need to use a mid. What's my mid? My mid is forward 1. So knowing that something is significantly minus forces me to use a mid string in the event that they continue pressuring after something that's minus but not punishable. So something that's -3, maybe even -5, they get brazen and say, I'm still going to pressure with something that's like a 7-frame stand 1 or a 9-frame stand 2. Or they're going to just do a down 1 after it or something like a low move after it and try and stay on you and open you up rather than push you back and back off and yield your turn to you. Because it's not like it's -7, -8, 9, 10. Completely disadvantaged, if not outright punishable. This is something where it's like -5, 4, 3. You still have a little bit of room to start something. If they are at -3 and they do something that's 7 frames and I do something that's 10 or 11 frames, we'll trade, or if I'm late coming at a block stun, they'll beat me. And so then they'll start doing moves like 3-4. It's -3. And then they'll either use a fast standing jab or a fast low, and they'll just continue pressuring because they don't care about the 3 frames. My down 1 only becomes 10 frames. What do you have? What mid do you have that's capable of hitting me in a crouch state and fast enough to interrupt a down 1 even after 3 frames of disadvantage? So people are going to be very aggressive. They're going to do stuff like, I'm going to do something that's disadvantaged, and I'm still going to continue to pressure you. You know? Just because I don't care. I want to keep pressuring. And so you're going to have to find not only the appropriate moves in terms of the measurements of the frames, you're going to have to then learn the timing. Like, if she wants to follow up something that's not unsafe, it's just slightly disadvantaged, I have to, all I get is a stupid down 1. That's why you see people down 1ing all the time, because it low profiles and it hits mid. And then, but then if like they block, then I'm at -10. So she could be like, I'm gonna do 3-4, and then I'm gonna still do something. And you're like, well, I'll block the 3-4 and I'll do a down 1. And it's like, all right, I'll block your down 1. Now you're at -10. So they went from being -3 to me being at -10, just because the only way I could stop them from following up this move that's disadvantaged is to do the only thing I can to deter them by doing a fucking crouching mid. Because she could do a crouching mid. Oh, you're at -3, huh? Now it's my turn. Not really. I'm only at -3. You only have high strings. I can duck under your high strings. I can smash you and retaliate you. So if they follow, so that's just why I'm saying the down 1 metagame is so critical. Knowing what you're truly allowed to punish when something is -7 or -8 or -9, and you need to know I can punish that, and I have a move that starts fast enough and reaches. Because this stuff where it's like only slightly disadvantaged by a couple frames, they're going to keep swinging afterwards. Because the moves that you have, listen. Stand 3-4 is -3 on block. And what? She's got a standing 1, let's be honest. It's 8 frames. Starts in 7, active on the 8th frame. Let's be honest here. Can we be honest with each other? It's an 8-frame move. She's got an 11-frame move. She's got a 14-frame move, okay? So at best, the only thing you have is a stand 1. Even your stand 2 is too slow. Because if you hack 3 frames off that and say it starts in 7 or 8, she also has a 7 or 8 frame move. So if you try, if she goes, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 3-2. I'm gonna do stand 3-4-1. And you go, oh, I'm gonna punish that with something heavy. I didn't even get the punish there. Like, you're both trying to figure out where is the input window coming out of block stun. What am I supposed to retaliate with? Doesn't even count as a punish. She can counter interrupt me. The discrepancies between... That's where Street Fighter 6 beats this game. The discrepancies between what it feels like to finish an animation or to recover from block stun and try and queue up your next move, knowing that the frame data allows you to do this, and you're crossing your fingers begging, please, just do a stand one out of this. And some of their strings, especially Mileena, the girls and the thinner characters have this like, almost like, it's a sharp but a stiff animation to their attacks, rather than somebody like Garrus or Baraka are very bulky, Raiden and Kung Lao are very rubbery. So all these characters have different walk feels to them, they have different strike feels to them. And so you get into these situations where now I'm seeing a lot of frame data. Yeah, sure, there's some stuff that's like -7, -8. And then in terms of the timing, the hit level, the distance, it's either, if it's not blatantly punishable, it's definitely, you can retaliate against it. But then you start seeing stuff that's only like -3. And it's like, well, with that 3-frame window, she still has moves that are fast enough where, oh no, it becomes 10 frames instead of 7. It becomes 13 frames instead of 10. But it's a high or it's a... What can I do? And I'm thinking, like, even if you make a move slightly slower, not just because of the recovery and because of the startup, but because of your own fucking inputs. Your input could be off by a frame or two. And you could do something late rather than on time. You could miss a punish window. What do you have to fit and really stop her from continuing to do this fucking bullshit pressure? Because the stuff that you have that's fast enough is high. Or it's out of range. And she's just going to go, the only thing you can do is a down 1. It's the only thing you can do that's going to be in range, that's going to be fast enough, and that's going to hit me at a level, a mid. You need a mid that's fast enough. It's not that you need a high. They're going to do something that's disadvantaged and then do a low move. And they're going to not give a fuck about your turn. Because all you have are highs. All you have are highs. So, okay, and it's like, okay, I'm going to do stand 3-4, down 1, right? Stand 3-4, down 1. What are you going to do? Forward 1, I counter it. What are you going to do? I'm at -3. I don't give a fuck about your forward 1, it's a mid. What are you going to do? Stand 1, counter it. Counter hit stand 1. Counter hit. You know, what do I have? I have a forward 1 mid. Counter hit. You can't even see the animation starting. Counter hit. And she's at -3, counter hitting me, that bitch. What about a 2? Counter hit. So it's absurd. Maybe it should be -5 is what I'm trying to say. No, I don't know what it should be, but that's what I'm thinking now. Just because I see that's when I see something as 7-8, it's like, all right, I'm gonna act as if it's punishable, whether I can really punish them or not. But you see stuff that's like -3, they don't give a fuck. Any move you have that's fast, they've got just the same amount of fast moves, and they've got lows. So let's continue with our move list. That's a pretty good move, standing 3-4. Forward 3. Forward 3, it's a high. Maybe they want it to be like a mild anti-air. It could work that way. 4-3-4, a nice double mid kick, -4, so it's not as good as Li Mei's back 3. It's a double mid. Forward 3-4-3. That's a double hit. I'm dialing it in. You see the inputs. What the hell? Forward 3-4-3. That's an overhead. Maybe it's only on hit. Yeah, it's only on hit. Alright. It's like a follow-up on hit. Okay. Not bad. I don't know why you'd want to do this. What's forward 3? It's 13... It's 13 frames. Alright, so as compared to what, though? She has other mid-strings. I mean, standing 2-1... What goes further? Standing 2-1 or forward 3-4? You know? I mean, she has forward 2-4 and she has 2-1. These are both high mid strings. Some are high mid, some are high low. They forward advance, they're safe. Why does she need another stand 3-4? Why does she need forward 3-4, excuse me. Why does she need this? It's just a mid. Maybe this is a combo move, because forward 3 hits high and the kick moves forward and hits high above her head. Forward 3-4 is a double hit. It keeps them grounded. It hits twice. Maybe this is a good combo ender, like if they're jumping, let's make them jump. Let's make them jump. I mean, yeah, maybe in a combo it's a good string to use. Maybe it would pull them in and make it, you know, kind of, sometimes in 3D games when you're trying to juggle people, you don't want to be swinging these horizontal high punches. You want to use these like vertical mid kicks because it sort of repositions the enemy as you're juggling them and puts them in place and makes it just easier and more appropriate to continue a combo. So, I mean, it's not a bad string. Again, everything that she has seems to be very safe and sound, good startup, good hit levels, very safe, extremely safe, -3. All this stuff could be -5, 6, 7, 8, but instead they decided to make it all -3, 4, 5, so she doesn't have to respect the fact that she's disadvantaged. She can be very abare, which means to attack from a disadvantage. A down 3. 10 frame down 3, -11, that's terrible. Thank God she has something that's terrible. I'm curious to know what her back 4s are. And then stand 4. Again, another weird high. Maybe an anti-air? I don't know. If I jump at you... If I jump at you, would you use a stand 4? Maybe? Yeah, okay, it seems to hit pretty high. What about cross up? Oh yeah. Alright, stand 4. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know, it's there. It's a high, it's there. Forward 4. This is another overhead. What is this on block? -7. So this is the one that you see them doing, getting knocked down. They do forward 4 on wake up, but it's -7, so how much would you need to respect that? Let's do forward 4, down 1. And we'll block. Look, you can still get under anything. You can still get under anything. So it's like, these things that are not truly punishable, here's what I'm trying to say. A lot of characters have moves that are slightly to majorly disadvantaged, but they're not punishable. And they're not punishable either because they are -7, and let's say the fastest move is 8 frames to activate. So it's not punishable, it's not possible to punish. Or it's just impossible to get a punish because maybe they're -9 and you have an 8 frame move, but they're crouching and you're standing. Or you have a low move, but it's not in range. So there's reasons where it's like, you still can't punish it because of the range or the hit level, not just the frame data. So you get into these situations where people basically realize, even though I'm at a disadvantage, I can't be punished, and I'm not going to stop pressuring. So somebody does something like a forward 4. It's a double hitting overhead, and it's -7 on block. And they go, but I know you can't punish me. Why should I stand and block some really good string you have a mid string that puts you at plus frames, or a high string that has a mix-up in it or could lead to a combo. You could try and throw me, even. You could have a low or an overhead string that's safe. You could have a mid string that's a true block string. I can't armor through it. Why should I respect any of that? I'm going to do a move that's an overhead that's -7, and then I'm going to do it down 1. So then as me, as the blocking opponent, I go, oh, damn, they did this overhead, and they show no respect to my high strings. They show no respect to my slow mids, right? They don't respect the slow mid. They don't respect the standing high. So all I can do is make sure that they will stop retaliating after they do a forward 4 overhead that's -7. I'm going to down 1 them. That'll show them to do a down 1 after their forward 4. I'll do a down 1. And then guess what happens? You're at -10. Because down 1 is trash on block. Down 1 is trash on block. They're pressuring you. And the only thing you can do to stop them from continuing to fight you is to interrupt with the only move that will hit a crouch opponent, that will hit an opponent mid, that's fast enough, maybe if it has the range. Some of these characters down 1s, Kung Lao, Raiden, ugh. I don't even know if I looked at Sub-Zero's, I was so disgusted. Sub-Zero's down 1 was minus on hit in MK9. I don't even want to look at that. I'll get post-traumatic stress memories. So I'm going to go, I'll do it down 1. I'll do a low poke. That'll show you. I don't respect this. And then guess what? I'm at fucking -10. Because down 1 is more punishable on block by most characters than a twin hitting overhead that'll blow up armor. Let's continue looking at Mileena. Filthy coos. Filthy, slutty coos, Mileena. And she's a dyke. Now, I say that with love. She's got it down 4. It's a true low, sweep, crouching sweep, +2 on block. Oh my god. What a filthy slut. Down 4. Down 4. Down 4, -6. Still not punishable. About as punishable as her fucking forward 4. I'm losing interest in this bitch because she's too good. You see I'm swearing? I'm taking it out on girls. It's no good. You see what you put us through? You know, it's a love-hate relationship that men have with women. It's love and hate. But it's better than indifference. 1-2, jumping 1-2. Jumping 1-2, that's not so great. Jumping 1-2. Jumping 1-2 ground bounce. I like that a hell of a lot better. I like that a hell of a lot better. Maybe we'll follow it up. Maybe we'll follow it up with a forward 4. What else does she have? Jumping 2. She has a jumping 2. And then jumping 2-2. I like that. I like jumping 2-2. It bounces them. Let's see, jumping 2, down 1, roll. I like that. And look at that, down 1 roll. So that's what I'm resorting to. If I really want to interrupt you, I gotta go down 1 roll. Might as well. And then graceful kick. We know what a kick looks like. We know what a jump kick looks like. Stand. Opponent move list. The specials. Back forward 1 is a Psy. Enhance. Oh my god. Enhance runs you toward them. But that's no good on block. It doesn't go full screen. Psy doesn't go full screen. Interesting. I didn't know that. Wow, that's really... It's not even really punishable. -11? So what are her moves? She has stand 1 and forward 1. And she has stand 2 and forward 2. Okay, okay. 4-2-4, I like that. 4-2-4-2, that's fine. 2-4-4, is that the one that's the weird one? No. 2-1 is the weird mid. And I can't check and see if any of these... So she doesn't have armor. She's very safe, but she doesn't have armor. So you should really be pressuring her hard. I don't know if any of these strings are true or not because she doesn't have armor to test. So her 2 moves are kind of weird. Forward 2-4, that's fine. I guess they everything combos. And then 2-1 is this mid. And then 1-2. 1-2 is good because it's an overhead. 1-2 is an overhead. I guess you should be afraid of overheads more than lows, unless she has a low combo starter. I mean, she can combo into... Alright, down 3 into roll doesn't work. Down 4 into roll doesn't work. But down 1 does. Maybe because he was air juggled. Alright, air juggle, air juggle. Forward 2-4 into roll absolutely works, and you can hit from that, and it's neutral. So 4-2-4 is going to be one of her raison d'entre's, which is slang for soup of the day in French. And then 1-2 is overhead, forward 2-4 is a low, and then forward 1 is her mid. Would you want to follow that up? Forward 2 is a 13 frame mid. I don't know. I feel like you have to respect it, but she doesn't have to respect it if you're going to do it back to her. Because 13 frames is still too slow, like I'm saying. It's still too slow where even at a disadvantage of 3 to 5 frames, she can slip something else in. So it's kind of hard, like, you think, that's what I'm saying. They're at a disadvantage. I should be able to swing something, but I need a mid in the event that they crouch block or duck. Or try and do a low poke afterwards. And even with disadvantage and a fucking crouching position, I still can't get a fucking fast enough mid off to make them respect me. And then it's like, okay, congrats. I blocked your really good move, like a low or an overhead. And I'm at you're at minus. And so I'll check you with the mid. Unless I have a mid that's going to make me plus, I'm giving the disadvantage. I'm taking on the disadvantage onto myself. You see what I'm saying? She does forward 4. She's at -7. She does 3-4. She's at -3. And I go, respect this mid, forward 1. Well, now I'm at -5. She doesn't have to respect shit. I'm at -5. I should just do down 1? I'm at -5. What about this? What if she does forward 1, down 1, and then stays crouching? What if she does that? You know, forward 1, nothing. What if I do forward 1? I can do a forward 1. What if I do 2? Nothing. What if I do stand 3? No. What if I do stand 4? No. What if I do the overhead forward 4? No. It's just crazy. They're at such disadvantage and you still can't make them respect you. It's crazy. Anyway, so the enhanced move, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. There's no way I'm going to bet on, unless it's out of a combo, there's no way I'm betting on enhanced projectile. Teleport down. She has a kick that goes the other way, and it's a mid. And then she has an enhanced version. I don't know if I like these enhanced versions. What's the damage difference? 60. 110 for a bar. I mean, 50 more damage for a bar. What about this? Alright, that's pretty good. 126. Compared to what? Did that say 60 or 80? 60. I don't know. How long does it take to build a bar? I want to see practice setting. Super meter. Default. So, oh, fuck. So what do I want to do? Let's just burn a bunch of super meter. Let's burn a bunch of super meter. No, I don't want it to refill. How about empty? So let me burn it. Alright, so now look. I'm going to do... Enhanced projectile does twice as much damage as regular. But look at how many projectiles I need to throw in order to build back one bar. Wouldn't it be easier to just throw a second projectile to get 120 damage than to try and piss away an entire bar just to double the damage? It's taken me like 15 to 20 specials. It's taken me 15 to 20 specials just to build that bar. I don't think using bar to get more damage is worth it. I think using bar to convert into a combo on hit confirm, not just randomly, using it for armor or maybe using it to do extreme chip damage. How can I test chip damage? Can't special cancel that? What's like a good block string? And that's unsafe anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Burning bar to do enhanced attacks for chip or damage doesn't seem worth it. It seems like you need a capability like you need a better combo conversion or something. The spending meter has got to do something. And then for breaker's 3 bars. I think it's too valuable to be wasting on a little bit more damage. And then you can do it in the air. So down back 2 is the dive kick even in the air. And you wind up switching sides, but then returning to the original side. And none of her enhanced moves have armor. So it's not like you're going to use that for that capability either. And then she has a vertical kick. She has this vertical kick. Down forward 2. It doesn't, how's that different than the dive kick? Both of them appear behind her. So you could use both. Both of her teleport kicks appear behind the opponent. You could use both to react to something. If they're zoning you, and you don't like that, you could punish them. You could punish them. Down back 2 returns to the original side. It's like a dive kick. You should really call it teleport kick. Down forward 2 launches them. You can't seem to get a follow-up off this though. Off the EX one you can. All right. So then that's valuable. The EX forward teleport kick lets you combo off them into an airstring. How many times did I just miss a fucking enhanced move? I wonder if she can do... I like doing it forward. Huh. I wonder if you could do enhance and then roll. Ah, you can't catch him in the roll. Damn, that'd be sick. But alright, so she at least has something. She can get at least some kind of a combo. 1, 2, 2 in the air. Airstring. So at least that encourages a combo. So I like the Psy. The teleport down I don't like. And honestly, you can do that in the air. So down back 2 is the dive kick in the air. Never mind the side switching. Just understand the commands. So down back 2 as a dive kick in the air. I think you should get in the habit of, well, I don't know, what starts faster? I was gonna say maybe you should get in the habit of always doing down forward 2 to punish something, because then you can very easily do down forward enhance 2 and get a combo. But down back 2 starts faster. 22 frames versus 31. So you're going to have to really be sure what you can use as a teleport punish. I think that's more so what it's for. It's not necessarily a dive kick. It's more like a far range punish. What about you can throw off it? Yeah, that's pretty good. I would start with that. As soon as I whiff punish something from far range, I'd immediately be trying to steal a throw before they're aware of like what even just happened. Before they're aware of even what just happened, because probably they're either going to be swinging a move, or they're going to be blocking. They're probably not going to be neutral ducking. Not after that. So I would steal a throw immediately. Or I would do like 1, 2, or I would do forward 4 as an overhead. I would want to do probably 1, I don't know. Forward 4 could be good. Or 3, or 3, 4. 3, 4 is the other overhead, because you want something that doesn't rely on a direction. You just want to, because you're going to side switch and then come back, so you don't want to fuck up like a directional input, and you don't want to try and recover from this type of a move and then have some long startup move. So like a throw is great, stand 1-2, which is a high into an overhead, is great. Just to try and bother them. So I like that. Down back 2 as a far range punish and an up close pressure tool. I like that. Down 4-2 as this far range combo. I guess if you absolutely know you can hit it and you want the combo and you know you have the extra frames to spend, I like that as well. Teleport up. Low psi. A low projectile, pretty good. Enhance it for 90 damage. See, I don't like that. I don't really like that. I don't think enhancing stuff. I mean, I would rather enhance for properties than for damage, because you can score an extra 30 or 60 damage pretty easily. The roll, of course, is her combo starter. You can chain, you can cancel basically any string into this. You can enhance it. Why would I enhance this? This is a really tricky maneuver because it's back to down. So there are a couple things to do with this. She has a lot of moves that are back forward, and that are, she has one that's now back to down. And if you're struggling to get these types of moves to come out, I think that you should use alternate controls. Alternate controls makes it so that you have to roll half circles to do back forward moves, and it makes it so you have to roll full quarter circles, including back to down, hitting the diagonals to get rolls. So if you're trying to like walk back and forth and you're getting accidental size, you know, you want to walk back and forth and do like a 1 string, you want to walk backward and then do forward 1, and instead you get a psi. Having alternate controls on will help you because, like, let's turn it off. I want to walk back and then do forward 1, and I could get a psi accidentally. Or I want to walk forward, I want to walk back and then hit a down 1, right? And you accidentally get a roll. Or you want to hit a down 4, sorry. Like, you want to hit a down 4 or something and you're getting accidental rolls. That's where these alternate controls could come in to stop you from getting the wrong moves. A lot of these options are about, if you're getting an error, you can kind of adjust these, rather than enabling you to do something. Everything should be correct from default, but there are a couple little command errors and timing errors that can screw you up, that can be fixed with some of those option adjustments. So what's the deal with this enhanced one? What's the reason for doing enhanced roll? Costs 1 bar, no shit. It does way more, almost triple the damage. Can't even tell that she's even doing it. Oh, it's this special command. Maybe if you end with that. Does this hit low? No, it's a mid. Thank God. So maybe if you do, does it start faster? Roll is 12 on startup. Can you interrupt this roll? Like, what would she do just betting it on the roll? Would the roll interrupt anything, or would you interrupt her? What could she do? What's something that's like, oh, maybe just do it. Let's try that. As a stupid strategy, forward 2-4 roll, and I'm just gonna, you know. So it's like, let's try and do something against this, because I'm at neutral and she's at 12. I'm getting blown up. I got hit. I'm at neutral. I'm mashing 1. Because of cancel advantage, maybe? I guess because... what's something that puts her at a disadvantage? Maybe 4-2, roll. Counter hit. You can see me counter hit it. Alright. Like... okay. It can go under a high. It can maybe go under a high. Let's do something different. Maybe 3-4, enter the roll. I can still get her. What else does she have? 2-1. Alright, that'll work. 2-1. I like that. That counter hit me. If she's just going to do it. It kind of can slightly go... I'll do it even slower. I'll do it real slow. Now I think she's beating the startup, not the height. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many Mileenas would just do it, because it's not a low, it's a mid, which means... But the whole point was, will highs make contact with it? I think so, because you saw the purple flash maybe out of a low. Canceling a down 4 into it. Well, if it's a cancel, she's going to have cancel advantage. And you could just block. See, I want to do something that's like a normal. That's like a normal and puts me at... You know, puts her at a disadvantage. Alright, that's a high. That'll hit. Alright, that'll hit. Alright, alright. She beat me there. That whiff. Maybe as a whiff. Yeah, okay, so there's times when it seems like... I don't think it has to do with the hit level, I think it has to do with the startup. I think if you have a high and she's doing that mid-roll, you'll make contact. But you better be sure that your move is active already. So I'm thinking, like, if she's at a disadvantage and she wants to blow up some retaliation, there's no armor on it, so you should be able to still interrupt her. I get Mileena's moves confused, but it's pretty simple. It's just a stand 1 and a forward 1 and a stand 2 and a forward 2. It's basically all the same shit. So this roll, if she's just going to do it, maybe as a whiff punish as well. Maybe she's like... It's crazy how she has such up-close pressure that's so safe and has a bunch of overheads involved. Her lows are not really that good. Forward 2... Her back 2 and her forward 2-4. Her back 4 and her forward 2-4 are her good lows. So she's going to be pressuring you all the time. But then she's got these teleport kicks that can punish you. And this roll. So she's really interesting. She's like... She uses her specials to convert into combos very easily, but then she has these normal strings that just do great pressure. She seems extremely strong. So the roll is mid. If she cancels into it, you can just block it. If she does it raw, even at a disadvantage to try and... Like, if she does something and she's at a disadvantage, again, how can you force the opponent to respect that you are going to attack against them after they've done something and you've blocked it and they're at a significant disadvantage, 3, 5, 7 frames? It's not punishable, but they're definitely disadvantaged. How can you force them to respect their disadvantage and respect your offense? You're going to have to use something that makes contact with them and interrupts anything they might start. So this means if they're going to crouch, you need to use a mid. If they're far away, you need to use a move that's going to reach. And even with their disadvantage, like, the fastest thing they can do is a 7 or 8 frame down 1, regardless of the disadvantage that you stack on top of that. So if they're at -7, this is still 13, 14, 15 frames to work with. What do you have, like, thankfully you have a forward 1. What do you have to force them to respect you? And so with this move, like, what did she have that put her at 3? Yeah, so like stand 3, 4. She's at -3. And then her roll is 12 frames. So you have 15 or 16 frames to try and get something out that's going to be in range after you block this, right? Opponent move, block all. You know? What the fuck are you going to do other than just doing down 1 all day long? I don't want to do down 1 all day. I want to do my real strings. You know? I want to do my real strings. Fuck your disadvantage, right? I want to do my real strings. You know? You need to respect me. So what is that? That's 18 frames. So that's too much. So... understanding how even when they're at a disadvantage, you have to add that disadvantage to the total time of startup of their next fastest move. What would they still swing against you? Would they be brazen and do another string afterwards? Would they try and do a down 1? Or would they just bet it all and say, oh, he's going to retaliate, I'm going to fucking roll. Even though it's not a low, even though it's mid, I can get hit by highs. Even though it's not armored, I'm still not going to respect them. They could act like that sometimes, you know? You know? You know how women get! So then she's got an air ball. Down 4-2. This is just like a combo extender. Oh, she's blocking everything. She's blocking everything. Auto. What do I want to do? Why did that work all of a sudden? Why did that work all of a sudden? I wanted to do the air ball instead of the air string, but okay. Well, she has this air... She's just, like, canceling into it now on the ground instead of doing it in the fucking air. Oh, because, see, air... the ball is down... The ball is back to down, and the air ball is down back. I'm gonna fuck that up forever. I was fucking this up in the combo trials, too. Which dive kick do I do? On the ground, it's down forward 2, but in the air, it's down back 2. So I fuck it up all the time. You could do this, and that. You could do this. I got a custom to that. The enhanced move, please. So she's got this. Sometimes you can combo into that off air strings. Down back 4. Homing ball. Oh boy, Blanca ball. Blanca ball incoming. Whoa! Blanca ball incoming. How unsafe is that? Minus 29. She doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to do the enhanced moves. Doesn't want to do the fucking enhanced moves! And she has a fucking homing air ball. In the air. It's a homing ball in the air. Maybe that could also be another big whiff punish. Can you do anything on hit? I don't know about that enhanced thing, because you can't really get anything off it. You could... I don't know. I like the air ball side throw. That's pretty good. I don't know what her launchers are, other than this. You know, her launcher is basically this. So you're not really going to go in the air. And then are you going to do... flip kick? I don't know. But, down back 4 in the air is like this projectile you'll see in the combo trials. That's one of the enders. Enhanced air ball, I don't know about that. I think it's a waste of bar. There's plenty of other ways to hit somebody, even though it homes in. And you don't really get anything off it, and it's very expensive. But, you know, in the clutch it might work. Delayed homing. And then you hold circle. So that combos. I mean, your results may vary. If you really want to use that as like such a whip punish that starts with a... I don't know how you're going to delay combo... I don't know how you're going to do a delay air ball, and it's still a mid, not an overhead, and bounce them. I don't know. I'm not worried about booting combos for right now. And then you can cancel it. You can cancel it and just piss away the meter. But, I don't know. That's Mileena. I'm not going to get into combos off of her specials. Her specials get wonky. Low roll, enhanced, down 4-2 upward dive kick, down to back for trying to remember whether it's down back 2, down forward 2, whether it's down back 4 in the air or it's down forward, you know, back to down 4. But she has incredibly good pokes. She's overhead all the time. She's very safe, and she's a slut. Mileena.